Donald Trump took a trip to Washington, D.C. last night. He said he's had a very good day. Good for him. The former US president believes his legal woes are actually helping him politically. In fact, to be honest, he's right about that. They are helping him politically. He's claimed he needs one more indictment to secure the election after being arraigned last night. This is Trump, isn't it? This is the big guy all over, coming out swinging. That guy, Nigel once said on stage, he's the most resilient and brave man ever. You know, he's certainly got broad shoulders. He appeared before a judge to face 4 criminal charges relating to the 2020 election result. Joining me now is former Nevada Republican Party chairwoman, is Amy Tarkanian. Thank you very much, Amy. Great to have you on the show. Look, Donald Trump is pleading not guilty. He's not going down without a fight. But the reality is, even if he is in a prison cell, he could still be the next president, couldn't he?
That is correct, because there currently is no law on the book saying otherwise. This is totally something new that we're having to delve into. And I think the fact that his numbers do continue to grow exponentially with each indictment. His statement is correct. He's one indictment away from winning the nomination. And as we speak today, there's actually a grand jury in the state of Georgia that is meeting for his possibly 4th indictment that's to come. And that's for the phone call that he made to the Georgia Secretary of State, claiming that he wanted him to find more votes. And so this whole charade, this whole circus is so exhausting, but it's not over. It's not even close to being over.
No, he would say this is an absolutely monumental witch hunt, of course, against himself, that is politically motivated. And I think he probably would point as well to a couple of other things, like what's going on with Joe and Hunter Biden? You know, why is that so quiet when it comes to some of the allegations floating around there? And then, meanwhile, here we've got something based around whether or not Donald Trump was trying to whip up an insurrection. And by the way, quite a few of those people at that Capitol Hill so-called riot, I mean, if you see the CCTV from inside the riot there, a lot of it looks like they might have been on a guided tour.
Yeah, in some of the clips, yes, I would agree. Now, you know, unfortunately, here in the state of Nevada, we did have to deal with some of the repercussions, though, of President Trump's bullying and misbehavior, because it trickled down to the state party leadership, where we are one of 7 states that actually produced fake electors and told the citizens that there was systemic fraud and there was nothing found in court. So there is a problem when you continue pushing certain rhetoric to the point where we also had to make it a felony in our last legislative session to harass election and poll workers, because Donald Trump has done such an excellent job at playing the victim and making sure that his followers also feel like they are victims. And so you have a lot of people who are angry, frustrated, and being misguided.
You know what I care about here? Because, look, we are Britain's news channel. My primary focus, just naturally as well as professionally, is obviously on what affects Britain. But I look at this story on Trump, and I think it affects us on a couple of grounds over here. Firstly, Trump was a total ally of us in a way that Joe Biden simply isn't, in a way that a lot of Democrats aren't. And that should be a concern for us here at Britain as we try to navigate an increasingly tumultuous world. We should want the most powerful allies that we can get. Trump was that completely. I also think that a strong America is good for the current world order that we have at the moment. And I look at Joe Biden. I refuse to believe that he's actually in charge. I don't see how he can be. Kamala Harris, I mean, I want whatever she's on, to be honest with you. And then it's like a party, isn't it? But then also, it's just not good generally if Trump is going through all of these scandals. Is this the best America's got, you know?
No, it's not. And unfortunately, we're in a lose-lose situation because of everything you just listed. You mentioned the fact that the Biden family is also going under investigation, dealing with their business in China. You've got Hunter's laptop. I mean, there's so many different terrible situations that are floating around out there. Our options at this point are terrible. And so, you know, could we have a better option Yes, I think we have some wonderful other possible candidates. But unfortunately, Donald Trump is the king of PR. He's the king of manipulation. He knows how to maneuver. He knows how to work a room. He knows how to pull on heartstrings. And then you have President Biden, who has the mainstream media to clean up after his multiple gaffes. I mean, it's unfortunate and it's very sad that we're having to watch an individual fall apart before our very eyes. And so, I think we're really in a terrible situation over here.
Well, look, Amy, good luck with it, I must say. And thank you very, very much for coming on and talking to me. I must say, it looks wonderful where you are there in Nevada. You've done a great advert for the tourist board of Nevada. So thank you very, very much. Amy Tarkanian there, who's the former Nevada Republican Party chairwoman.